Hi, I'm Denise, and it's great to have you back at Inside the Mind Meditations for Part 23, Stage 2 of the Fundamentals of Physical and Mental Relaxation on Self-Realization. Just a reminder to not operate heavy machinery or drive while meditating. And to begin today, I'd like to say that as with anything, if you have not done the work, you will not achieve the end result. And thus I can tell you the truth of everything you are and are not, but you will not believe it until you witness it and experience it for yourself. Similarly, confidence building outside ourselves through material achievement or flattery is complete bull. Otherwise, rich men would be self-assured and confident and wise for that matter. But how many fools have money? Probably less than those who live in poverty. Not only because very few people have the comfort of money anymore, but generally because comfort breeds more false self-delusions than anything else, just as does poverty on the opposite end of the wealth-poverty thread. However, when you have nothing, it is easier to gain everything, for an empty cup is more easily filled than one which already is. And just because the cup is full doesn't mean that's a good thing. Most of us fill our cups with crap, and that's the truth. So, when one has nothing, they're more open to discovery and more easily influenced toward the human realm. When one has everything, having left the creative God or creator realm, they mostly enter the jealous God realm, in which they are put into a position to selfishly protect everything they've gained. And only through the human realm can we transcend above self, where all true wealth is found. So the realms of existence are basically hungry ghosts, in which everything we touch basically just disappears. The animal realm, where we just go along and mindlessly consume everything in our path. The human realm, in which we rise from. The jealous God realm, where we protect what we've gained. And the God realm, where we gain through generally exploitation of others. Now, I'm not saying to give away what you have gained to find truth, as that is only another illusion. If you are on the opposite ends of a thread that has poverty on one end and wealth on the other, and material poverty and material wealth, if you give away everything that you have, you're still on the same thread. What I am saying, just as poverty doesn't make the masses wise, wealth does not either. And just as wealth does not make one ignorant, poverty doesn't either. Only when we learn to see beyond our material and social circumstances, whether it is poverty or wealth, illiteracy or education, professional or manual labor, do we begin to learn to see the truth of who we are in truth. So ask yourself this: who would I be with nothing to impress others? If I had no money, I had no talent, I had no health, I had nothing. If the answer is nothing, well, then you've much to consider. Yet therein is your greatest power for beginning to know self. Now, if knowing self merely means, wow, dude, I'm so selfish, but unlike you, loser, I've done well, so suck it because you haven't, that's not going to do you very well, however much it is a realization about self. Self-actualization means we learn to accept what we are without ego and actually start to actualize in ways that are of benefit to ourselves and everyone else as a result of realization. Some might call it confidence, others might call it success. Either is true, except those who look at self and realize they have much to hide are not going to have anything but fake confidence, as no actualization has happened. So if knowing your wealth is something outside of yourself is all that you have, and without it you'd be no better than impoverished socially, you probably realize you've as much to fear as any homeless person. The only difference is who is accepting what they are more fully, who is without struggle. Neither. When we get there, to this point of understanding, we begin to actualize as we stop harming self and others through our gain or losses. To become your true wealth means your external circumstances have nothing to do with who you are, and you realize no one can measure you by your material comfort or lack thereof. Head trip. Yeah, there are many. But when we are in truth, we have peace. So the only question to ask is, do I have peace? Is my peace contingent upon peripherals? In any case, we believe what we think is true until we discover the deeper levels of truth within. And this error is normal and part of the growing process. And thus we come to the next part of self-realization and actualization. As discussed in the last podcast, self-realization arises out of self-awareness and has many different levels as we move towards self-actualization. And self-actualization happens after we have shed all that is false. But first we must build a foundation of truth within ourselves before venturing off into the wilderness, or we will get more lost than we already are as we were before, mesmerized and seduced by illusion. And don't worry, it happens to most on the journey, and a good thing is otherwise they would not know the pitfalls of such a quest to find the holy grail of true self, and could not warn you of those things. So toward that end, ascending comes in steps. And each will mean something different for each person, as there are 125 degrees of spiritual senses rising out of the six, and 700 and some after that. What we are more aligned with will come naturally to each individual. But we must pass through the 5 levels of existence, which are rock, vegetative, animate, human, and speaking. And once we are at speaking, we begin to manifest. Otherwise, we just get caught in one of the realms of a false reality. So, rock is the basic unconscious individual who is concerned only with self and knows not even how to survive on their own. Vegetative is able to survive and draw from others in receiving what it needs for survival, but gives nothing in return, not even the slightest appreciation. Animate survives well, receives but does not bestow or recognize others, only self. This used to be called animal, but was changed as most animals have a higher level of consciousness than most humans, so it is now called animate, which understands at a literal level. Humans receive and bestow upon others and understands at a literal, symbolic, and metaphysical level, and is able to expand and grow into the mystical. Speaking receives, bestows, understands, and understands literal, symbolic, metaphysical, as in the whole, and moves to the mystic level of understanding. And once we become speaking, we are becoming aware of the 4 levels of understanding both within ourselves and others, and communicate in a way others understand and know all 4 levels of understanding, which are literal, symbolic, metaphysical, and mystical. However, as long as we hold on to what does not serve us, We cannot rise, just like the drowning man cannot surface if he does not drop the rocks which weight him down. Thus, through meditation, we disperse what holds us back. And the things that we disperse are the things that are dense. We keep what is light. And when we let go, it is easier to be 51% goodness, which is all we need to move up. And of course, the bar on goodness within self is continually raised as we let go of useless baggage that we spent a lifetime holding on to and identifying with. So it is good to raise the bar and keep up the practice of meditation. For instance, one who is at rock level, their 51% goodness is going to be a whole lot different from the person who is at human level or speaking. So we have to be realistic about that and measure all the levels that we rise within each level. And that is something worth working for. But of course, we won't know those things until we achieve them. And even if we see those things in others who are above us, we cannot recognize them until we are at least a human level. So we will begin the meditation now. Oh, just one thing before we begin. Always speak so that the lowest person in the room can understand what you're saying. Speaking above anyone's head does not elevate you, and it does them no good. Such things only cause more damage. So we will begin now. Thank you. And as we begin, please lay flat on your back with your spine straight, hands beside the hips, and palms up. And allow your eyes to rest comfortably as you settle in and make any last-minute adjustments for physical comfort. And now become aware of your points of contact. And now your body as a whole. And once settled, allow your mind to wander and observe your thoughts without judgment while remaining aware of the body. And notice the thoughts and feelings, the things that move through your mind create in the body. And observe if they are pleasant, not pleasant, or neutral. And as you notice how these thoughts and feelings feel in the body, become aware of where they are attached to. And if a particular thought or feeling persists, label it with one word and determine if it is a shared or unique experience, and return the focus to the overview of the body. And as you notice the energy these thoughts and feelings create within the body, also notice the areas of the body that are in complete comfort and not attached to any thought, feeling, or emotion. And opening your eyes softly, return your focus to your surroundings and look around the room so that you become entirely aware of your space. And notice the objects within and any sounds. And as you become aware of your surroundings, begin deep circular breathing at 100% capacity for 10 breaths, with each inhale counting as one breath and each exhale counting as the second, and so on until you reach 10 and begin again. Inhale through the nose, filling the entire stomach, and then expand the breath into the chest, counting the inhale as one breath, and exhale through the mouth, allowing the body to collapse as the breath leaves the body as the second breath, and so on until you reach 10, and then begin again. And with the next breath, allow your breath to return to normal, and close your eyes and look up and out through your third eye, activating the pituitary gland by crossing the eyes as you look out into a comfortable distance. Allow the body to breathe naturally while remaining aware of the body and breath, but comfortably retaining focus on the third eye. And while keeping focus on the third eye, become aware of the energetic field of the body. Just feel it. And now, while lying on your back, let's activate our chi by rubbing the palms of the hands together. At the same time, we rub the soles of our feet together, creating enough heat through the friction to activate all 2,000 nerve endings throughout the entire body. And having done that, please sit with the spine straight and move into prayer pose with 5 pounds of pressure as the palms of the hands press together and another 5 as the sides of the thumbs press into the breastbone, fingers angled out from the body at 60 degrees. And activate the thyroid now by closing your eyes 9/10 of the way and staring at the tip of your nose, again crossing your eyes. And now we will begin to tune in with the divine wisdom of Om Namo Guru Dad Nama. 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 And now, while still in prayer pose and while still activating the thyroid, set your intention through great sincere feeling from the heart. And as you set your intention, I want you to feel all the love you have in your heart for those you ask for and also for yourself. And if you have to, visualize those you ask for as you set your intention. But if you can move through great feeling only, then only hold your great feeling of love for them in your heart as you would yourself, as you state their name and your intention. And that said, begin with, I ask this for myself and for whomever else, and also the entire universe. And then feel your intention deeply within the heart. And remember, what we give to ourselves, we give to others. And what we give to others, we give to ourselves. And now, while staying in prayer pose and while keeping the thyroid activated, let's conclude with the protection prayer, which is always good as we further meditation. And that is Ad Guray Nameh, Jagot Nameh, Saat Nameh, Cidy, Daveigh Nameh. Ad Guray Nameh, Jagot Nameh, Saat Nameh, Cidy, Daveigh Nameh. Guray Nameh, Jagot Nameh, Saat Nameh, Cidy, Daveigh Nameh. Guray Nameh, Jagot Nameh, Saat Nameh, Cidy, Daveigh Nameh. And now give great gratitude through great feeling from the heart. And while holding that great gratitude in your heart, lie down again with your spine straight and feel the body settle in, placing your hands in a comfortable position. And moving to 70% breath capacity, let's move into internal breathing. Please softly close your eyes and place the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth at the hard palate, located right behind the teeth, in a very relaxed manner, and relax all the muscles in your face. And keeping the tip of the tongue on the hard palate, face relaxed, breathe in and out through the nose at 70% and become progressively aware of the breath as it moves from the tip of the nose in stages through the center of the body as though through a tube all the way to the second chakra. And as you become aware of the breath inside the nose and within the body, follow the sensation of the breath in these stages. Feel the breath from the tip of the nose as it moves over the nose hairs, through the nose, and into the facial cavities. And then as the breath passes through the nose, out the nose, and becoming progressively aware of the breath in stages. Follow the breath from your nose to the back of your throat now, and then out again. And now follow the breath from the tip of the nose to the back of the throat and into the lungs without expanding the chest and keeping the breath at 70%. And follow it out again. And follow the breath from the nose to the throat, to the lungs, and into the solar plexus now. And this time, follow the breath through the nose to the back of the throat, the lungs, solar plexus, and into the navel. And following the breath from the tip of the nose, throat, lungs, solar plexus, navel, follow the breath now into the second chakra, located between the navel and the crest of the pelvis. And continue breathing in and out with the tip of the tongue on the hard palate, base relaxed, inhaling through the nose at 70% and following the breath through the body to the second chakra, and then exhale through the nose at 70%. And do this for 10 full breaths with each inhale and each exhale, counting as one full breath. And when you reach 10 breaths, begin again. And now we will begin tri-breath for each 3 breaths, counting as one. Count inhale, exhale, inhale as first breath. Exhale, inhale, exhale, a second breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, as third breath, and so on until you reach 10, and then return to soft breath, but there is no lapse in time between the inhale and exhale. And as if you lose count with dry breath, begin again at 1. And now move to quad breath, or 4 breaths as 1, and continue at 70% capacity, which with each set of 2 inhales and 2 exhales counting as 1. Then the next set as 2, so it is like inhale, exhale as first breath, and the same for second breath, and so on until you reach 10, and then return to soft breath while there is no gap between inhale and exhale, but no effort to maintain any capacity. And with the next breath, move from soft breath to natural breath. Breathe in and out through your nose, placing your hands over the pelvic region or on the belly, wherever you can most comfortably feel the rise and fall of the breath. And now turn your attention to the body, and without judgment, observe. Does your body feel heavy or light, tense or at ease? Feel the weight of the body as it sinks onto the surface you are lying on. Observe the points of contact for the head, shoulders, back, hips, arms and hands, legs and feet. And feel your body settle in comfortably, noticing the breath has returned to normal. And now turn the attention to the body, letting the points that want attention guide you. Notice the areas of discomfort as you feel the body deeply within as a whole. And as you notice the areas of discomfort in the body, realize they are just frozen energy manifesting in form in the body. And now focus on those areas through feeling. Do not visualize them, just feel them. And feel them with great love for your body's miraculous ability to heal. And let that love grow as warmth inside you. And as you feel the areas of discomfort, stay focused on the areas until they dissipate and melt in the warmth of your love. And without visualization, only feeling, allow the frozen areas of energy to melt in the warmth of your love, as an ice cube would melt from the outside in were it in a frying pan. And as the ice turns to water, allow it to sizzle, boil, and turn to steam as it dissipates and leaves the body in this way. And stay focused on the energy as it leaves and moves 2 feet out and away from the body where it can dissipate. And if one area calls for attention most, give your attention to that area and then move to the next area that calls. And if there are no areas of physical tension within the body, then allow that to happen with any negative feelings you have as well. Feel where they are attached to in the body and allow them to melt, turn to steam, dissipate, and leave the body. And if you have nothing to work on, just stay focused on the energy field of the body as you remain aware of the body and feel it expand fully above and below into all sides of you, anywhere from 2 feet to 10 feet, whatever you can feel, feel it. And if you drift away, return to the focus of whatever you were working on. And not to worry for drifting off. Much happens in space. And as you scan, dissolve, release, and dissipate frozen energy, remain aware of the balance of the third eye, breath, and body, and allow the energy to disperse through feeling as steam as the energy leaves the body. And once one area disperses, move to the next. If nothing, stay focused on your body and aura and feel your aura expand as far out as you can feel it in every direction. Don't visualize it, just feel it and hold no expectations of what it should feel like. Just remain aware. And now, while remaining aware of the third eye, breath and body, allow the aura to expand through feeling the body's energy. While keeping a balance between third eye, breath, and body, allow all that is not needed to disperse from the body through the aura while retaining what is needed. And do this through feeling. Make sure the spine is straight, the head not turned to one side or the other, so you do not leak or block vital energy. And let's do a full body scan now through feeling deeply within, but without visualization. Start the scan as we've learned, just making note now. Comfort or discomfort. Starting with the top of the head, scan deeply within. And now the eyes, brow line, and ears. Nose and cheeks, feeling all the way to the inside. Mouth and jaw. Neck. Shoulders, front and back. Upper arms to elbows. Lower arms to wrists. Hands and fingers. Top of the chest, front and back. Midsection. Tummy and hips. Top of legs to knees. Lower legs to ankles. Feet and toes. And if you were not finished dispersing energies, stay with them now and finish them. Otherwise, while keeping focus on the natural breath and remaining aware of the body, please allow the mind its freedom to do as it will. Simply observe it. Remember your parameta and active living. Before rising, get into the body and your space. Try to hold parameta for as long as you can. Be aware of challenging situations before you move into them. Find a challenging person who cannot harm you, whom you can hold your energy around to push you to personal growth. Set aside your ego and move into interactions with gratitude for the opportunity to learn. Use parameta with those you love and the things you love to gain more joy and understanding, and also to disperse frozen areas of energy as you feel them arise within the body. And remember, as you observe yourself and others without judgment, to recognize thoughts or feelings, pleasant, not pleasant, or neutral. Label reoccurring thoughts with one word and note that they are a shared or unique experience. And at the end of the day, do a quick overview to see how well you did. And don't worry, this is a challenge that offers much growth within and with others, improving all as we get there. Now you may choose to go to sleep or be on with your day. And if you wish to go to sleep, if you are able, please comfortably turn to your right, or just turn your head to the right and drift off to the sound of my voice after giving gratitude for the day, tomorrow, and all week long. And if you wish to rise, please turn your head or body to the left and become aware of your body. First, your fingers and toes, hands and feet, legs and arms, tummy and torso, shoulders, back, neck, face and head, and finally your body as a whole. And observe, does the body feel heavy or light, tense or at ease? Now recognize points of contact and become aware of the sounds around you. And open your eyes and become aware of your surroundings, the things you hear and see. And after giving gratitude for the day, tomorrow, and all week long, while holding the feeling of joy in your heart, you may rise when you are ready. And as always, it was great to see you again. And keep in mind, every Thursday or Friday we post a new meditation. So please feel free to check back with us. And if you'd like, we'd love it if you would subscribe to our channel. And in doing so, if you have subscribed, if you press the little bell on the side, then you'll receive notifications in your channel where the bell is. And please check out our suggested links below in the notes below the podcast. There are also some really wonderful mantras in there that you might like to pull up in a different tab and play lightly in the background as you do meditation. If you kept it up, you're probably at a point where you can have a mantra in the background. So anyway, just such a joy to be with you, and I wish you all that joy today, tomorrow, all week long, forever. Thank you.